Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After months of an internal power struggle, Forrester Creations is back in the hands of its due possessors, the Forrester family. Carter and Hope had teamed up for a briefly successful company achievement until his heart got the better of him. He tore up the LLC papers and gave the company back to Ridge and Eric, important to Hope's dismay. Brook had stepped in as a temporary CEO of the company and it destroyed her relationship with Ridge. She has claimed that she only took the position so that she'd be close enough to Carter to try and get him to do the right thing, and she clearly played a part in talking sense into him. About 24 hours after his relationship with Brook atrophied, he was back in bed with High's ex-wife, Taylor. It wasn't a one-time thing, moreover. She and Ridge both moved into Eric's house, and they started conniving their coming interpretation of the future. Brook was eviscerated but still willing to take Ridge back despite him replacing her so snappily, and he declined the offer. Ridge and Taylor have been fairly thick, but they still haven't made a move towards chancing a home of their own, presumably because their reunion isn't going to go the distance. Ridge was furious about the preemption, but now that it's over, his coming order of business is getting Brook back in his arms. Although she's no longer the CEO, she's still working for the company, and after watching how she has handled effects, Ridge will inescapably see that she was trying to help him. Once that becomes clear, there will be no reason for them to have been piecemeal in the first place. Sure, Taylor is about to come contributory damage in this triangle, and it's a position that she knows well because Ridge always returns to Brook. She's about to trade in her broken heart pattern for an factual broken heart, again, and no bone. Cease to see it coming. How long do you suppose it's going to take for Ridge to make a beeline for his Logan? Hope emotion will get worse, so Carter's decision will delight Steffi. At Forrester Creations, Hope's heart will sink when she realizes Carter isn't incontinently backing her up. Although Hope figured they'd walk out that door together, Carter wouldn't be so quick to give up his alternate chance with the Forresters. Ridge will suppose it stylish to be clear about where effects stand, so he'll deliver and claim on Monday's B&B occasion. Siding with Hope would mean jilting this occasion to repair the damage with the Forresters, and that's not commodity Carter will be willing to give up. Hope is formerly feeling lowered over her blasting, but her embarrassment will get indeed worse. Formerly Carter betrays her and keeps his job. It'll leave Hope devastated and distrusting whether she still has a romantic future with Carter. As for Steffi, she'll celebrate Hope's downfall and praise Carter for eventually doing the right thing. Ridge and Eric will agree that Carter made the right call, so they'll all hope that Hope's swaying days are over. Daphne will open up to Zen about her studies on Carter. It'll allow Zen to see just how hard Daphne has fallen. Daphne will no doubt make some prognostications about what's coming and count on Carter to eventually put Hope in the rearview glass. Although Carter will try to regain his relationship with Hope after all the drama at the office, Daphne will plan to make another bold move on him soon. With any luck, Daphne will hope she can completely steal Carter's heart and make him her man rather. Still, Daphne will have to fret over the secret she's still keeping from Carter, who doesn't realize she came to Forrester Creations as part of Steffi's plot. Secret could blow up in Daphne's face ultimately. Hope will have to figure out a new road to head down. Now that everything's blown up at Forrester Creations, Hope's line has been removed and she's out of the company. This is actually for the stylish since Hope and Steffi were no way going to find a peaceful result. Enough is enough, so we're hoping this is truly the end of Hope for the future. Now that Steffi's shut the whole thing down, Hope needs to let that dream go and concentrate on doing commodity differently with her life. It's way once time for Hope to embrace a career shakeup. Steffi may have just forced Hope into one since she's going to need a new job now. It's possible Hope could mate up with a talented developer and start a new fashion line away. Still, Hope might prefer to do commodity additional entirely since she's had so numerous struggles with Hope for the future. Cleric would surely let Hope work at Il Giardino if she wanted, but Hope may want further than a visitant or director gig at her pater's pizza joint. Hope wouldn't enjoy working with Sheila anyway, so maybe we should consider other options that do'n't involve Deacon's Eatery. This is Hope's chance to enter an instigative new professional arena, so we can suppose of one possibility that might work out well for her. Liam could fluently find a place for Hope at Spencer Publications, especially since they've been fastening on further fashion content in recent times. Hope's made quite a name for herself in the fashion world, so she'd bring name recognition to the table. Wyatt formerly suggested getting Hope involved after Spencer Publications found out with a new streaming service and an innovative app. We can surely imagine Liam running with the idea of Hope joining the company now that she's in need of a fresh launch. Forrester's loss could be Spencer's gain as far as Liam's concerned, so he may get updates on Hope's bad news and make her a pitch. Perhaps Liam will make a vaticination about Hope being a perfect fit for the platoon and push her to join them. It might indeed lead to Hope and Liam reconnecting romantically, so that's commodity differently to keep in mind. Hope will have a lot to figure out in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. Lee is trapped in the kind of agony that she could have no way imagined for herself. The croaker has just set about that her espoused son, Finn, sired a child with her family, Poppy. For times, Lee has blackened Poppy for her medicine use and arbitrary sexual mates, but she no way saw this coming. Lee lately was on a charge to figure out who the natural father of Poppy's son, Luna, was. Luna had tricked Bill into believing that he was her father for a hot nanosecond. Also, everyone believed that a washed-up rocker named Tom was Luna's father, and he was Ent. Lee really stressed that her ex-husband, Jack, had slept with Poppy and sired Luna, but he had Ent, so he also is Ent her pater. All of these negative maternity tests led Finn to take not one, but 2 DNA tests, and he's Luna's natural father. After telling Luna the verity, he knew that he'd to tell Lee as well. Finn telling his mama that he slept with Poppy at age 18 is presumably one of the most delicate exchanges of his life. He didn't want to fail her, so he hoped to be suitable to keep the secret buried ever. Lee was shocked to learn the verity and believes that despite his age, her family took advantage of him. It only got worse when she set about that Finn sired Luna, who's confined for killing 2 people and abducting his woman. Steffi. A battle is imminent. Lee incontinently texted Poppy, telling her that she demanded to see her and Poppy was on the way. The sisters just lately began to take way to repair their relationship. Lee eventually believed that she had been wrong about her family for times and has been trying to make up for all of the disparaging reflections. Poppy, for her part, was thrilled to eventually heavily begin to act like a real family to her. That's all over now. We know from the spoilers that a physical fight is coming and that Lee, rightfully enraged, has her hands around Poppy's throat. Will he be suitable to control her wrathfulness and stop before she kills her family? Or will she be catching a case of her own and end up behind bars? What do you suppose?